Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome, all in Carmine's with my Vans, ooh, I'm so fancy. No romancing, got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop. It's only 8 a.m. I won't do it for the ground. I know I'm a man. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged off. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. How are we doing? Hope we're all well. Morning Zoom guys, morning YouTube chat. Hope everyone is well. Let me see how all systems go. Let's have a look today. New day, new opportunity. You know what it's like. Yeah, we look good. Yes, sir. Morning. Sweet. Let's get straight into it. Today's an important day because we have CPI today. Unless they've gone and changed the date like they can, if they've just decided that they want to change the date. But they haven't today. And we do have CPI coming out. So this is very, very important news for today. This is equivalent of gold CPI. I mean USD CPI that we normally have gold. Which you've seen it affect on gold and stuff like that. And it's basically inflation. We need to see what's going on with inflation. They're hoping it's going to come down by 0.1%. It's big information. It's big information. I mean, if news does not come out, if it comes out worse than expected, then you'll probably see GJ go up because then it means more interest rate hikes. If it comes back better than expected, you probably see a dump in GJ with initial dump, which probably does end up retraced. The reason why is that's positive for the UK economy. So everyone is going to be like, it's kind of like people have to understand news like that, so you might see initial reaction based on people who bought the rumor and sold the news, and then you will see basically the continuation after it. In terms of wondering how much already was priced in, probably this buying up here was the pricing in of news, right? But it'll be interesting to see if we get the continuation here. So if news comes out worse than expected, this could be the continuation, and that was the liquidity grab before news to continue up bullish. But this was caused by the Bank of Japan, so maybe they're positioning themselves well. Bank of Japan always likes to come and say hello, surprise, and come and bring you a nice 80 pip candle. Kind of like I would expect this to be a long squeeze, to be honest. This is this is a long squeeze here. They're probably squeezing longs before news here. So very, very interesting to see. Let's go ahead and do the analysis. Start off on the daily time frame. We do have daily closing bearish here at the top of our range. So we did respect that zone from yesterday. Nice bottom wick though we made here, reaching down into these levels here and closing up bullish, right? So what we could have out of here is like a setup number 3 that comes and pushes out of this zone. Whoa, why is Zoom Tools vertical now? I don't like that. I like how it was before. Zoom Tools is now vertical. I have to learn how to use it now. So what we could end up... Man, now they've ruined everything. Where's my box? What's this? Spotlight? What's Spotlight? No, I want the old version. Zoom. Color. Let's have a look. Mouse. Stamp. They remove my box. If they remove... Oh, there's my box. If they remove my rectangle, then I've stopped paying for Zoom. Anyways, what this candle could end up... This is not what I want, Zoom. This is not what I want. You're not listening to me, Zoom. This is what I want. So what could end up happening is we could get like a setup number 3 here. Something that looks like this, and we could get something that looks like this, with a candle ending up closing bullish like this, breaking the highs, right? And that's where the buys are going to come. So very, very interesting to see how this day populates with the CPI news, and the CPI news might give that this might have been a liquidity grab. Overall, with this rejection here, we're still inside of the range here, and with the 4-hour time frame closing bullish now, we do have a support, so that could support the idea of breaking outside of the range. At the same time, it's always hard to predict news. If we start breaking below these lows, selling into the bottom of the range is tough now. As you can see, this is now creating a very clear range, and we're exactly in the middle of the range. It's one of the worst places to be, in the middle of the range, because it's kind of like 50-50. It needs to decide, and then we do have options to buy to the top of the range, but it's not as clean as I would like it to be. Yesterday we had nice room. For sells, but that got filled by the news candle there. So moving down to the 1-hour time frame, we can see now we close below resistance, so that's very important here. And if we bring back drawings, we can look at all our 4-hour levels here. So this 15-minute is also 4-hour support, but I just dragged it to the 15-minute here. We do have a 4-hour resistance up here that I can mark. This is our next 4-hour resistance, so we can mark that 4-hour. And moving down on the 1-hour time frame, we're popping into this level here. This is no need text here. And yeah, that's basically our next target if we can close back inside this range. So we can see 30-minute has closed inside the range, 50-minute has, but now we're just popping up into this next range here that we don't really have much range here. Really nice clean buys is back to the weekly resistance above here. We do have a nice 14-15 pip range, and we'll see what happens. As you can see, this weekly resistance though is the top of our range, and we've had a lot of reaction from that zone. You know, even yesterday we faked out from that zone. So ideally I would like to come back to the bottom here and buy back up here. Selling below these lows here, I'm not too interested. Realistically, sells is pretty tough, to be honest. Sells is pretty tough. You know, as long as these 4-hour lows are respected, I'm happy to continue buying. Probably for sells, I would need to see resistance form below this zone. So not only close resistance, then I can sell into here and possibly continue some sort of like yesterday type of a deal. And I need to see those 4-hour lows broken to give like a reverse setup 3 on the 4-hour. Otherwise, I would be interested with pullbacks down here to give me options to trade back up towards the upside here. Buying into this, I don't really like. You can see the loss of momentum here. Wick. This is struggling. No bottom wick. It's not the best sign for continuation. And if you do some measuring from the break of these highs, you know, 3-4 pips. If you're lucky, you get 10 pips in here, but you're guessing that it pushes through here. And with this time, it's not really the time of volume, so we don't know if we're going to get a push or not. You know, it's 50-50 at this point. Mainly watching what happens around, you know, I do think it can get up to 420, and then you're watching, okay, what happens at 420. Then we make a decision from there. Reason why detail not selling below here, because of the range we're in, right? This is, if you look at the range, reason I'm not selling, you're selling back down into the bottom of the range, and previous 4-hour close bullish. You're fighting against, I am selling below 107, but I need resistance below there because I'm fighting against this previous 4-hour bearish. So I can't just sell if price just melts down below here. You can see this zone is a key rejection zone. If price wanted to sell, this candle should have done the business. You know, so you need to see resistance below here. If it fails here, we need to see resistance. That will give confidence. Otherwise, you get nice fake out towards the upside. So yeah, that's basically GJ. Tough spot at the moment. Tough spot at the moment on GJ. It needs to make a decision, but let's go ahead and look at gold here. On the other hand, gold had a nice push yesterday, quite late, you know, after NYSE opened here, pushed towards the upside, broke out of that 1932 4-hour resistance, and gave basically the continuation up to that, towards that daily resistance. 1942 to 1944 is a whole resistance zone. So if you look at that on the daily time frame, now we're at the absolute top of the range here. We just tapped the exact top of the range. There's no continuation until we have daily candles closing back outside the range. That daily candle will be doing what all of these wicks could not do, which was close above, and then you see your next continuation to 1950. You know, you'll start popping up to 1950, and then eventually up with some time 1965 can be potential targets. Otherwise, we're just watching what happens here. As you can see, the 1950 level, you know, getting back above daily resistance 1942 on 4-hour time frame can, you know, get you up to 1946, but this is the top of the range here. Always hard to buy at the top of the range. You rather buy to the top of the range. So gold is kind of at a point now where it has to make a decision. At the moment here, it's kind of pulled back now from the top of the range, and it's kind of trying to make a decision whether this turns into a lower high and starts continuing down, or whether this tries to push back up above the daily resistance. But pushing back above the daily resistance, you do have limited range here, you know, and you really need some sort of volume push to give you a push back up to around 1945 here. But you have around a 30 pip range to push you into this. Personally, I would like to see more information after such a big push. Counter trend selling on gold, you know, since if this 4-hour does end up closing bearish here, especially if it closes bearish back below 1932, that's very key information, and New York could be a sell, right? New York could be a sell. For gold, do we have any news today that could... No, you're pretty clean today. You're pretty clean. So pure price action on gold. And that's what I would look for. So it is possible to sell from the top of the range, but you don't really want to be fighting this momentum with all of the war and everything going on. You don't want to, you know, again, be too early to sell. It would kind of be similar to how you were selling back here. This is exactly what I said. Respected daily support. There are options to sell, but they're pullbacks, right? They're pullbacks to continue. Same thing here. If you wanted to sell from the top of this range, very small options, but they are pullback. So I rather use that as a pullback. If it respects 1932, we can look for some upside and try tap back into these highs and potentially break them. And maybe this is the third time. Normally, if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 3 times we failed. The fourth time could have a higher probability of breaking it, taking you to 1950. You know, around maybe 1945 first will be an issue, potentially. So tough spot as well on gold. Kind of needs to make a decision. We need more information, not the cleanest and easiest area to trade, right? So overall, that's the analysis for both pairs. And yeah, pretty clean and simple analysis, but tough spots on both gold and GJ in terms of price action itself. But yeah, yeah, that's that. Now we just wait for our setups. You know, this thing is just opening no bottom wick, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. This is very fishy. And yeah. So if you guys enjoyed the analysis, you know the drill. Don't have to say it. Everyone's already saying it in Zoom chat. If you could do the YouTube business, would appreciate it. Hate to say it, but you know, part of the game. So I'd appreciate you guys. How much of us? Oh, 500 of us in here early in the morning. Thanks everyone for joining. If we could get the likes up to 250, then I won't have to ask, right? That is what's useful, so I don't have to ask. All JPY pairs did the liquidity grab. Yes, they did, because it was a Bank of Japan thing. It was a Bank of Japan. This is a GBP thing, but we will see. We will see what this ends up doing. It's a... What is this? It's a long squeeze, right? Because of everyone would have had positions hedging against the war going on, and this just basically, boom, it's a squeeze. It squeezes all of those margins and knocks out all of those positions. It's a squeeze to generate liquidity for the yen. But this could be the catalyst for us to break out of this range, you know? Can you explain internal structure, break of structure? I believe it starts with higher time frames. Internal structure is just overcomplicated. Do top-down analysis is the simplest way to do it. Is it me or there's bad quality? It's you, brother. You need to adjust your quality to high quality. Then you will not see bad quality, right? That one gold candle for NYC open was 60 pips yesterday. We caught that yesterday. Gold possibly keep climbing. Yep. So yeah. GBP news, what do we say? You know, potentially it makes sense for after this liquidity grab for price to continue up bullish. But do we want to retest one more time? You know, I do think it has a possibility here to pop up. You know, and based on my news analysis, I don't see any reason why we don't see a move up here. It makes sense to me. But the problem is, do we get a liquidity grab down first before the move up? That's the question. If it does something like yesterday, would be ideal, because then we don't have it doesn't ruin the analysis, right? We just use it as an advantage. Yeah, yeah, Abraham, that wick, very interesting. Are we selling GJ? No, we're waiting. We're waiting. We'll see. Same plan, guys. We do the same plan. We do the analysis, wait for the setup, take the trade when there's a setup. There's no setup, there's no trade for me. I don't care about the move. I've noticed, it's very interesting to me. I'm seeing constant... I see a lot of people rushing and pushing positions when they don't get a trade. You know, FOMO, I think, is the biggest thing. I think the idea of people needing to take so many trades is just the trading industry has been brainwashed by social media and basically expectations. Everyone is just hammering, thinks they need to be taking a trade every single second. It's not the case. Go look at your most profitable traders and tell me how many trades do they take on average a day. Right? Except for the gurus and furus. Even, yeah, you know, it's not how it works. And I wish it's how it would work, because then it would be fun. We could just keep taking trades here and there. You know? Yeah, this is telling you that the JPY is bullish, right? This is telling you the JPY, which is obvious because of what's going on, right? It's the same with gold. Gold is popping up. Morning, my man. Morning, morning. Greetings from Idaho. Welcome, welcome. If I win, I'm out. If I lose, till I lose everything. Nah, man, that's not the way to do it, man. That's not the way to do it. You know? Have I ever played ice hockey? No, I haven't played ice hockey, actually. I was gonna get into it. We have news at 2 a.m. Yeah, we do. It's on the screen right there. Big written. CPI 10 a.m. My clock is here. You can see my clock. You can use that time to reference what time I write on the screen. Like, you'll just, if you go back and check all of your losses, I can guarantee all of your losses are caused by either emotion, not following a plan, or not taking quality trades. If you just look back, any time where I've had losses, when I've looked back, they've either been probability, or when I look back, they've just been not quality. And I just always tell myself, I should have just taken the quality trades, which is your job. Your job is to, that's our edge. Our edge is taking quality trades. You know? So that's how it should work. You know, it's about not quantity, it's about quality. And if the market gives us an option every single day, then we take a trade every single day. The last 2 days we've had options. Market's been open for 2 days, we've taken 2 trades. I mean, you can't complain. That's more than 90% of people are doing. You know, I mean, not profitable trades. If you look at the statistics of what most people have done in these two days, they're probably down for the week. How do you usually deal with a big loss? Do you leave trading for the day? Depends what a big loss is. I mean, my losses are all accounted. You know, it's not a big loss for me because I know how much I was expected to lose. So for me, it's like, okay, it's part of the game. It's an expense. Now I move on. I don't allow myself to take 2 losses in a row. If I take 2 losses in a row, I'll call it a day. You know, I say I'm wrong today. Obviously, I'm not following, because that, when you take 2 losses in a row, now you put yourself in a tough situation. And let me show you exactly what happens when you take 2 losses in a row. If we trade a style where we expect price to continue in a certain direction, or we trade above a certain zone, and we take a buy, for example, and the buy fails, and then it pulls back, we try to take another buy, and then that fails, then you're going to be like, oh, I'm wrong, you've taken 2 losses, let me try sell. Then you sell, and then it ends up pulling back and you lose the sell. Now you take 3 losses, and then you're like, oh, my buys make sense again. You go and you buy again, and then the buys fail, and then you've absolutely fucked yourself up that day. So normally that's a day where it tells you, if you got wrong twice in a row, there's something wrong. Take a step back, come back the next day. And the reason how that works is simple probability and statistics. If you have an 80% chance of your setup playing, let's say on average, okay, 75-80%, let's say 75%, right? If you have a 75% chance of your setup playing out, right, that means, or 70, right, 70 to 80, let's just do 80, it's simple to calculate, I can't make up my mind. If you have 80% chance of your setup playing out, that means 80% of the time your setup should play out, means 8 out of 10 times it should work. So if you've lost 1, that means you've hit basically a 20% chance, right? So the next time you take the trade following the same plan, the probability should be much less of you losing that trade, because you've already hit one of the outs. You've already hit one of the outs in terms of probability of you losing a trade. So if you lose again, then it's highly likely that actually there's something wrong in the analysis and something wrong in what you were planning to do, instead of something wrong in the actual trade, right? It was wrong in the analysis, so that's where you take a step back after 2 losses. Right? Then the rest of your losses are going to be emotional or not following the plan. So you have to really distinguish between the two. For me, it's careless about forgetting about buy stop as mentioned on Discord. Yeah, that's, that's trading without a plan, right? Because you didn't have an area where you would be done and you could manage your trade. And if you lost, you're like, okay, I took the loss. That was my expect. If that happens, then yeah, walk away for the day, especially after news. You know that any position after news is going to be risky, right? And if you lose confidence, go and backtest. It will build confidence again. I began trading. Person guiding me used to take 10 trades in a day, multiple different pairs. I assumed that was the way to trade. I'm so glad I learned that that's not the way to go. That's good, man. Currently 3 weeks into a broken foot from blocking a short ice hockey. Enjoying hanging out at night. Good luck. Get well soon, brother. I really need a trade, boss. Then leave, please. Welcome here if that's the mindset. Don't want people like that. Thankful I was told just to do 1 pair until I knew what I was doing. Yeah, 1 pair for me is beautiful. I like it. Can you personally live from day trading? Yes, for sure you can. Not easy though. You need to have savings. That answer is insanely clean. Only way to trade 80-90% is to sit and wait on bangers. That's facts, man. And I'd rather take a higher probability setup than take more setups with less probability. And that's the caveat. You can't have high probability and a load of setups. It's not possible just because of pure volume. If you look at volume and expectancy, this is all probability and statistics. If you guys go study probability and statistics and you read about expectancy, if you increase volume, expectancy will change because of what? Because you have variation, right? It's all simple stuff. And you don't even have to look at all of that. All you have to understand is, let me look at the best traders. Traders who trade for institutions that I've spoken to. Traders who trade for funds. And all of them just don't even trade for the whole year. They trade 4 months of the year. They take their trade and they get on with their day. Go look at the New York Stock Exchange. They're not trading till 7 p.m. at night, sitting there, oh, let me go look at charts, and oh, USDP. No, they go, they put in their order, and then they're done. Very professional, very clean. They know exactly what they're looking for. You know? They have one chart, one plan, one idea, and that's it. Okay, guys, 30 seconds till news. Quickly in chat, what do we think? Up or down? Up or down? Do you know what time they're trading on? They're market makers, so they're putting in orders for different reasons. They're market makers. They're not, they're just adjusting orders from long-term, short-term. Short-term trading mostly done for them on algorithms. Down, I'm saying up. 12 seconds here, I'm saying up. Please do not gamble on news, guys. Don't gamble on news. Don't be stupid. Let's go. Let's see. I'm interested in the numbers. Boom! Where is it? Boom! Okay, so up was correct. Not as big move as I was expecting though. Oh, here it comes though. Might have second gear. Does it have third gear is the question. Does it have third gear? Second gear is engaged. Struggling to find third. His clutch, I think, is burnt. His clutch is burnt. Yeah, it's clutch complete. Oh, there's... Oh, no. Flip? I don't think it flips. I don't think it flips. Maybe it finds third gear now. Let's see what news came out. 6.7. Worse than expected. So that's good for the GBP because interest rates should go up. So yeah, they need the... Yeah, so we can expect interest rates to go up. Actually, let's hope it chills, guys, so we can actually get a position and this doesn't rocket through the screen and then all analysis is ruined because then we end up at 4-hour resistance. Shouldn't do much, stayed the same. No, it came back a little bit worse than I expected because they wanted it to come down a little, but it came back as previous. So it's unchanged. It's unchanged, which means we're probably going to see next month that rate hike. Right? Next month, we'll probably see interest rates increase alongside with the US. I think that is very clear indication with the US as well. So yeah. Put 2 mil on that? Ah man, should have doubled down. If you guys enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. I appreciate the support. You know the drill. Hate to say it, but it's just part of the YouTube game. Just part of the YouTube game. Get the likes up to 250, then I don't have to say it. Why did UK not release the announcement yesterday? I don't know, man. I tried to find out. It was strange. Does London have more volume than NY? On GJ, yeah, I would say so, actually. It's equal, actually. I notice it's very equal. NY, the only difference is you have NYSE. That's the difference. Always love your live sessions. Appreciate you, man. My buddy's girl burnt out the clutch the third time. It'd probably be cheaper to buy an automatic. This small candle is very disappointing. That's how you know Claudio gambled on news. This comment here tells me that he gambled on news 100%. Gold could have some movement. Yes, we just have to be careful that it's at the top of the range. How much delay on the stream? Should be around 15 seconds. Make sure that you skip it and, you know, so just make sure you track it. But yeah, that's why we have Zoom here running as well, so you avoid that delay. What time London session opens? In around an hour. High time frame bias always works for new trading. Very well noted, Joey. Yes, 100%. That is key. That's a very important point that you just said. Damn, how I hate crypto market. It's so unexpected. Thinking to try Forex, your opinion? Come to the bright side, brother. Crypto is great for investing. It's tough to trade unless you know what you're doing. I do have people who trade crypto and they do very well on it, but they have a very specific strategy and they take very specific trades. You know, that's how it works on crypto. I don't understand. They expected 6.6, but it came out 6.7. Isn't this better than expected? No, it's worse than expected. What? You don't even understand what the news is. So first understand what is the news is inflation. So it's worse because inflation went higher. So, but that is good for the GBP because that means that they're going to increase interest rates. Interest rates means more profitability for GBP. How to join Zoom? Need to be in the exclusive group. You range between 6 to 8 second delay? Yeah, that's what it should be around, yeah. That's what I aim for. Based on the settings I put minimum delay possible. Really pushing? I think it's just push around 20 pips from here. Yeah, 11, 10 pips. Remember, this is a news candle, guys. We have to wait. What time frame you're trading? You can see it up here. This is the 15. I honestly don't enjoy Discord, but you're making it hard to stay off the platform. Yeah. Yeah, the free group is good. Lots of good resources. Even the exclusive group is done on Discord. I like it. I like Discord. I can keep different channels for different stuff. Have you ever bought physical gold? Yes. What's the benefits of the exclusive group? A lot. You get access, I mean, to all of my exclusive content, my It's basically my strategy that you can ask. You get weekly webinars. After the stream ends, we have the Zoom call continues. We stream once a week. New York. All the details are on the website, but it's closed. So it's closed. So here's the push coming in a bit later. That's interesting. 5-minute close above here. That's the range that we wanted to trade today, so a bit unfortunate. Problem is this is taking us right to destination screwed. Right to the top of this range here. This is absolutely not where we want to be taking buys. But above it, maybe, but then we're stuck with this 15. Above this, I think that's our only next possibility here. What is the range? 9 pips, not even the best. What do you think about selling the top of the range? Why would you try stop a moving trade? Very silly idea, man. Don't even know why that is a thought. Does this tell you to sell the top of the range? Because this is news. So what? News could push us. It could be the catalyst for the move, right? This could be the catalyst. This was also news. Price pushed down more. This was also news. Selling only at the top of the range makes sense when we have resistance. So you need to change your question to, does selling at the top of the range make sense if we form a resistance? Then I could say yes. Any suggestion about Forex brokers? Yeah, whichever one works in your country is good. Stick to the big ones and stuff like that. Hello there, I'm new to your channel. Do you take trades live? Yeah, we have a full stream journal. You guys can check out the journal. This is a huge resource. If I was a beginner trader, this is exactly a resource I would want to use, because not only can you see all the trades that were taken, you can go back and you can go and have a look at what time the trade was taken and how I managed the trade live. This is a huge resource to be able to go back and watch live how the trade was taken. And if you don't want to go and do that manually, don't worry. I do that automatically for you on my Instagram. There we go. 1 minute. Let it load. So I do this on my Instagram. I post the trade recaps here, so you guys can go have a look. Go check it out. Make sure to follow the correct Instagram, not the scam Instagrams. And yeah, that's exactly it. So you can go have a look at this. Today I'll probably post a Q&A on my story, so you guys can go have fun with that. So check that out. You can go ask me questions on my story. Make it fun, and then we'll do it like that. How to get the journal? You go to the free group. In the free group, you go to, if it will load, resources, and it's there in resources. Tradesharpe stream journal. And enjoy. See what they're doing in general chat. What was this on? GJ? Or gold? No, this is euro dollar. Yeah. Clean. I prefer close above though. Multiple closures above the resistance. It just keeps pushing with no continuation. Do we wait for a breakthrough and structure above this? Yeah, if you keep seeing it fake out at that level, then you need structure, like a 5-minute structure or something. If you keep seeing it fake out. All good, man. When's the new PC, bro? Well, so far, it's not lagging today. So we're okay. When's the new PC? When I can take 2 days off from stream. So you guys wait 2 days off from stream, because it's closed during the weekend, the shop, so I can't go during the weekend. So I need to go during the weekday, and I need to close stream for 2 days to get that done at least. 1 day there to sort it all out, and then 1 day to reset everything back up. Because I'll have to do full new PC. The only thing I'll keep in this PC, I think, is like the SSD, even the power bank, the power unit. I will change everything. I'll just make some stupid powerful PC that's overkill so it lasts for a while. How much does a private group cost? All the details are here on it. You know, you can watch the video. The video explains a lot. This video here, and the price is here. It's $1.8 per day. Cheaper than a Starbucks coffee. So if you drink coffee every single day, than this. But it's closed now. It's closed, so you'll have to wait till spots open. Right? You can't join. So you click the button, nothing happens. Spots closed. Make sure all the components are compatible in that PC. Make sure you buy a tested PC. I'm making it custom. Then you can do in parallel. I'd probably keep the... Yeah, maybe I just build a whole new PC. Maybe. If I plug my SSD into a new PC, everything will be the same? Like it's a plug and play at that point? I can't. Oh man. Well, that's the problem. Then I can't do it on the same because I'll need to install Windows at least. Then I have to reinstall everything. What a palaver, man. What will the specs be? I don't know. I'll ask someone who's better with me with PC specs to build me something overkill. I don't know, like maybe budget, $4,000 budget, something like that. Then we build from there. 4K should be enough, right? I'm not spending more than 4K on a stupid PC. I'll need to update drivers. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want an easy plug and play solution. Right? I want to be this is my goal, right? This is why I don't, because otherwise this is what I'm saying. You know what's going to happen here is I'll have to stop for 2-3 days, right? I need 2-3 days where I won't be able to stream because everything will be messed up. I know what it's like. 2.5, you have best already? Alright, that's good. And then you guys will cry. How many screens do I have? I have 2 screens. One curved monitor and one straight monitor. But I stack them vertically, not next to each other. I prefer to have them next to each other, but the way my desk is designed, it's a wraparound desk. I can rest both my hands on the side here, PCs here. Awesome call on the uptick. Thank you, thank you. When will spots open? Spots will, first time here, when are spots available? Probably end of this month, beginning of next month, I'll probably open it up again. Yes, that's the plan. Please, one video on your PC setup? Okay, when I make it, I'll make a video. I mean, it's not that interesting, but people like it. I'll just include it in a vlog. If you get a whole new PC, yeah, but my problem is how do I transfer everything I have now onto my new PC? Everything. I want everything the same. Same desktop, same screensaver, everything the same. I want nothing different. That's my problem. I don't know what Windows I have. You know the same way when you buy an iPhone and then when you buy your new iPhone, it transfers all the data. I want that same similar thing. That's why. Get OneDrive and sync it. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Can I plug the new SSD in the PC? And then everyone was saying no. You can't plug the new SSD in the CPU. Scrap everything and get a Mac? No, I will buy a Mac for... I'll buy a Mac for... travel, but not for everything else. Mac can't run heavy programs, especially if I'm going to be testing programs on my computer and stuff. You can plug and play, but depends on the new components. I can't reinstall everything. I'll speak after stream with you guys. Yeah, MetaTrader not supported on Mac, but I can just download parallels. How do you risk per trade? I risk a percentage of my account. I've got MT5 on my Mac. Yeah, you can download it. I'll make something like this. No, I don't want all the lights. I'm gonna have headache. Here's one of our guys' setup. Rate his setup, guys. Rate his setup. That is pretty cool. Pretty decent. Too many lights for me, though. It'd give me tutor headache, this. But I like the setup. I like the water cooling. But I don't need water cooling. Like the stream, guys? Yeah, 800 people watching. Yeah, well, wait, let's see if we can get outside of this range. This would be the next option. Or support to continue up bullish. That's what we're waiting for now. That's what we're waiting for. Support to continue bullish or to get outside of this range. We're right at the top of the range, not an area to buy. It has to make a decision. The CPI news is waiting. Waiting for CPI news. I mean, thinking about something else. CPI news has messed up and it's causing us to wait now. C-Trade is actually really nice to use. Yes, I've heard great things about it. Standing desk, yes, I need to do that. Do you trade on personal account or funded? I trade on personal. You can live in a car, but you can't drive a house? What? Let's guys cross 2,000 on the stream. Well, I told you, if we get 1,000 viewers on stream, we're going to do the free webinar. So you guys will get the free webinar. You've been really excited, a lot of you. You've been asking for the free webinar. So get 1,000 viewers, free webinar is yours. And we'll do a giveaway inside the webinar, right? So yes. What am I waiting for to enter a trade? Looking for some sort of structure here, pullbacks to continue, or to get above this range here, above weekly resistance. The worst thing I can do right now is buy at the top of the range. That's a very bad idea, right? You should never buy at the top of the range. How much do I risk per trade? I'm not that big, man. 4 figures. What cardio do you do? Jogging? No, I'm not jogging, man. Jogging, I don't like. I want to. Jogging burns muscle in the legs. So for me, just treadmill in the morning. Wake up, do a bit of treadmill. On an incline, good pace, just 20 minutes just to get it going. You know, and then I weight train in the afternoon as well. So basically 2 sessions. But no, I'm telling you guys, it's a game changer. If you wake up every single day or at least 5 days a week and do cardio, just 20 minutes, it's a game changer because it's your first difficult task of the day. And some days you don't feel like doing it, but once you've done it, everything else in the day is super easy. Because it's like you've done a difficult task. You've got a sweat on, you've done something, you feel good, you feel energized, you feel ready, and everything else is easy. Like, once you start with that task, once you start with the first task of the day, you're going to be very productive because you've done something productive already and something that takes physical effort, right? Not mental effort, physical effort. So now, when you do tasks that require mental effort, it's going to be super easy because you've just had to do that. And when I was dieting down, I had to do that for an hour on very small food, and that took a lot of strength to do that. But everything else after that was easy. So it's a huge benefit, and I'd recommend a lot of you guys to try it. I created 5 different Gmail accounts. I appreciate you don't have to do that, man. I appreciate you though, but you don't have to do that. With an 80% win rate like you definitely smash a challenge and be consistent on funded account. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but for me, there's no reason because they don't pay me to do the challenge. If they pay me to do the challenge, then yeah. Because then I get paid for doing that, right? Maybe I just buy one, connect my account through one of these trade copiers, and if they reject my payment, then I'll expose them. But I don't want to get into all of that beef. Put $100 into your small Hanko trade account, went full margin with for gamble. At least you knew you were gambling. That's the good thing. Morning even. Hope you're... How much percentage you risk per trade? 2-3%. You're not gonna make money in Forex risking 1%. That's for sure, right? You need to get consistent so you can risk a higher percentage. I don't mind putting my risk up to a point of 4 or 5%. We need to get you on a podcast with words of wisdom. I've seen some of his clips up, but yeah, he'd have to contact me himself. I don't like to contact people. It seems like you're asking for something. I don't like to ask for something. I only want to speak to people who want to speak to me, because that's how I am, But I don't mind doing a podcast with people. It's fun. Yeah, but instead of gambling with $100, better trade discipline with $100. Maybe he has 100,000 to trade discipline. We don't know his situation. But I'm glad he identified it as a thing. But I think, doesn't words of wisdom, if you do a podcast with him, you give a suggestion who you want to see? So people would have to suggest me. So people would have to suggest me for a podcast. Then then he would speak. I think he's in Dubai as well now. So it'd be easy. How to trade $24. Withdraw that $24 and take your family out for a very nice dinner. Spend a very nice dinner. Take your family, treat your whole family to something nice. And that will give you more value than trying to trade with $24. Because with $24, you're most likely going to lose it. So you might as well put that to something that's going to be remembered, something that's nice, something that does something, and then spend your time saving more money and learning the skill, and then with the skill invest a little bit more, and then slowly grow that by risking small percentage to begin with and slowly increasing that over time. She breaking down? Yeah, here's the pullback, right? This is the rejection of those highs, right? So nothing we can do on this pullback though. He's in New York? No, I'm in Dubai. Conduct a webinar? I told you guys. 1,000 viewers, webinar is yours for free. No one does that. More of a personal question. How were your parents when you started trading? How did they react knowing that you have such a following and so many viewers on a nightly basis? Well, it's a little bit different. That's more of a complex story, but overall, very supportive. With me, it's not my first business. They were supportive of my first business, and when I started trading, the thing is, I started in the whole thing with parents is instilling trust in parents. You need to build trust with your parents, and that starts way before you do anything. That started when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, is building trust with them through different actions, through trusting me to doing things. So when it came to me wanting to trade, that trust was already there, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead, we trust you. There's no problem with that. So realistically, when I started in crypto was the first proof. Like for them, they didn't obviously know what the difference is between crypto and trading. So when I was in crypto, they started seeing me make good money in crypto. I used to tell them, and they were impressed, and they're like, yeah, keep it up. And then I started in trading. They didn't know the difference, and then as they started to get into it, I started to explain. But my parents run businesses and stuff, so I used to have general business conversations with them and tell them what I'm doing and stuff like that. So that's how it basically works, and they're supportive because I instill trust. They're not going to be supportive when when you don't instill trust. They're going to be like, this is gambling, what are you doing? I did get asked that though. I did get asked that. Don't you think this is gambling? Isn't this a fast burnout? You know, be careful. What do you say good starting capital is? Whatever you can afford, man. Whatever you can afford. It's not a big issue, but you know, used to resell sneakers. Yes, that was my first hustle, was reselling sneakers. Then I opened a lighting business. Then after opening a lighting business, I got into crypto after that. I have to download that image to see in chat. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Am I in this trade or waiting to enter? There's no entry confirmation, so we're just waiting here. As soon as I see a trade option, I'm going to take it. That's my plan. But you said $20 is too low, bro. Yeah, it is. You're better off. You're better off. If you have $20, what are you going to do with $20? You might as well practice on demo. I think minimum deposit of many brokers are $100. Like for me, I think, you know, okay, $100. If you want me to give you a number, then it's $100. At least then you can risk 0.01, 0.02, you know, practice with micro lots. If you just want to trade with micro lots, then any money is fine. Micro lots is nothing. $1, 10 pips, you know, you can, you're very safe that way, you know. But if you can't afford $1, then you need to go get a job. You're not going to make money trading if you can't afford $1. You're not going to make money trading if you can't afford $20. How do you get so wise from a young age? You need to put yourself through multiple different experiences. Those experiences and many people at a young age, they're very ego driven, you know. I'm at the top of the world, I'm young, testosterone high, you know, and like screw everyone else. Whereas me, I just take one step back, very chill, and I listen. Let's see this build he made for me. The video 3070, yeah, I like that. i9, nice. I don't need the case, so we can remove that. I don't understand what the hell this is. Cavio de la Monte, it's all like pasta. Okay, pasta is good, man. Pasta, I'm happy. This is the only thing that's made me happy in here. This is great. Yeah, how much is this? I'll go check. I can go build it here maybe. Oh, here's the photo. Yeah, nice. Yes, sir. With the zoom as well. Very nice. One monitor. He has one monitor just for my zoom. I feel privileged. Lol, M43. Why is it in Italian? Because he's Italian. Hey, I'm having a hard time managing my risks. Plan works out most of the time, but BE always hit before flying. Can you recommend this? Don't manage your trades. Till you get consistent, focus on looking at stop loss or TP, right? And don't touch it. And if it's hitting stop loss most of the time, then obviously your strategy is wrong. But if it's hitting TP, then you are just over managing your trade. What's better, taking more lots or more leverage? That's just sorry to say, Mo. I'm gonna explain to you how to get better, but it's a stupid question. There is no stupid questions, but what you're asking is like, should I gamble more or should I gamble more? That's basically what you're saying, because more lots is more leverage. More lots is equal to more leverage. How many months until I became profitable? Not months, brother, years. When London opened? 30 minutes. 5-minute here close like this, not really much information. 30-minute close as well, still closing at the top of the range. We have to remember it's closing at the top of the range. I'm not comfortable buying into the top of the range. I just joined. Have you taken a trade yet? Oh no, just we haven't yet. Still waiting. Never thought of it in that way perspective. Thanks. Anytime. Don't move stop loss to secure profits. You prefer to let the trade breathe rather than trailing stop loss? Yes. Let the trade breathe. Only manage a trade if it reaches a rejection point before your main TP. Right? Or close the trade if it's like 1-to-1 or it makes sense. We're sitting at 4R. Yeah, it's a very tough spot right now. Crypto market's not just for gambling, but Forex market. The difference with Forex market is we can have consistency. The reason we can have consistency is we have London open the same time every day. It's the most liquid market. So since it's very liquid and we can expect volume to come in at certain times, we notice patterns at those times and can replicate those patterns over time in order to have a consistent, profitable strategy. How close to the top does it need to be before it's buying into the top compared to trading to the top? Yeah, that's a great question, Chris. You're roughly looking at around, I would say, a tradable range, so 15 pips. As long as we have an area where we can get to break even, where we can manage our trade, it's okay. You know, but right now, we literally tapped it exactly. You know? Could buy off the pullback, not when it's already tested the top already, Ben. It's kind of like you reach target. When we reach target, the idea of reaching back to target again, it's 50-50. How do you choose your stop loss? I have a video explaining just that. You guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, guys. Almost at 30K, actually. If everyone subscribed in this YouTube, we would be at 30K. So I appreciate all the support. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we don't only do live streams. If you want to join the live streams and also get my content here, guys, I post very, very, very high quality content. It's not like watch this video, then watch my course. No, videos are explained things, you know, and basically the only videos in the exclusive groups are just videos that no one would watch on YouTube and are more in depth in the exclusive group. More the idea is to have a pure guidance. These videos here give pure guidance and it's a step by step. YouTube is not step by step. And also these are stuff that are more complicated that people on YouTube won't understand before getting all of these videos in the group. And mainly I like to post these videos so we can have discussion on the Zoom calls. That's why they're there. But yeah, make sure to check out the channel. The stop loss video is here. Look, this stop loss strategy changed my Forex. So make sure to watch it. Just say free signals for 2 days and it will double. Yeah, I know, right? It's not the people I wanted to double with though. When burger review, I need to give myself a treat and eat burger, you know, and I need to find a good burger. I've tried all the burgers. 30K for webinar. Okay, if we don't hit 1,000 viewers, then yeah, maybe 30K could be. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's a good one. Why not? How can I rejoin exclusive group? I had a fraud on my bank account and didn't realize the monthly and pulled the close to join. Oh, that's it. Just DM me, man. I'll fix you up, man. Just if you DM me on Discord, be happy to have you back in there. Sorry about your fraud. Hope everything is okay. And you're welcome back. I'll sort that out for you. You go live every day, Monday to Friday, man. Thanks, brother, sharing how to be disciplined, consistent, valuable stream. More lobster to you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. What means W? W means win. Going to open $500 account and risk 0.05. Yeah, very safe, man. You don't even 250. Open 250 and risk 0.05. That's plenty, man. That's plenty. Almost 900 watching, only 300 likes. Don't be stingy. Let's get Harry out of drawdown. Yeah, like drawdown is pretty bad. I mean, many people. I mean, if people are enjoying the stream, they'll leave a like. So yeah, let's see if the 1 hour important close will be this 1 hour. If it can close above the range, we have probabilities now, because that 1 hour would be doing what all these 1 hours could not do, which is close above. Give me a sec, I'll be back. Please answer you. What did you say, man? Sometimes you just have to repost it if I miss. When are you gonna open private chat? Gonna open it next month. End of this month, next month. But there'll be limited spots, so we'll see. Keyboard sounds like ASMR. It took you 2 years to become profitable? No, it took me a year to become profitable. 2 years to prove that I'm consistent. So yeah, 2 years overall before I was consistent. Already done YouTube business. Thanks for the live stream. All good, all good. What is better to manage a winning trade? Moving stop loss above the entry buy position to secure profit, or partially take profit and move stop loss to entry? Best way is to close at your TP, right? Or at a rejection zone that you have planned to, where price can reject. And if you see it rejecting, you can secure profits, right? That's the best way. And only move to break even if it makes sense to move to break even. Like, ask yourself, does it make sense to lose this trade now? Are we at a potential rejection zone before my TP? Should I move to break even? That's how you manage that. What do you think of indicators? Using plenty of them. What's your opinion? I have nothing against indicators. I just think that there's no need for them. They could be a guide, but I think they add too much conflict if you rely on them. I don't personally use them. I have used before in the past, but I don't think it's... Most indicators are built off candles anyways. Candles and volume. Sells on gold with structure below 1934. I think it's a bit early to sell gold, man. It would be one of these risky ones like back here, right? You know, you're kind of hoping that it doesn't. I think if you do sell, you know, you'd have, because remember, our counter trend is always based on break of second structure. We don't have second structure. This is first structure. We wanted to make second structure, which would be safer, like this sell back here. You see, at least here's first structure, break of second structure, sells were easy, right? First and second. Here you only have one structure, so it's safer to be break of second structure. Never really understood this. Does it make sense to lose when it makes sense? That doesn't make sense, Claudio. What the fuck are you asking, man? Does it make sense to lose when it makes sense? When what makes sense? You have to put something in between that. Do I use indicators? No, I don't. I told you I don't use indicators. When does losing make sense? I guess I know what he's saying. I'm just messing with him. He's saying, does it make sense to lose? Oh, does it make sense to lose this trade? Okay, you have to tell me that. Yeah, like if you're if you're 70% to your TP, does it make sense to lose this trade? Like, to you, you know, would you be happy losing this trade being 70% at TP? That's what I mean by it. That's what I mean by it. How much capital did I start with? Actually, my first account was a big account. $25,000 was my first account. And then I immediately, in like 3 months, lost $2,500. And I said, I don't need this much capital to start. Because my whole idea is I want to risk 1%. And 1% of... And I was happy risking $250. And, you know, then I realized I was not happy because I started getting emotional with that money when I started. Because when I started, that was, you know, losing $1,000 happened pretty quick. So I reduced my account drastically. I'd look what it rejected from. Well, sometimes, Claudio, it creates new structure, right? And when it creates new structure, it will reject from nowhere. And that's where you make the decision, it doesn't make sense for me to lose this trade. Why do you have limited spots in your group? It's because I want to keep it controlled, and I want to know everyone that's coming in and make sure that they can be treated well, they can be introduced, they can have the chance to ask questions. If so many people come in at once, it's just crowded, and I don't want crowded, because this is not a group, it's a community. We all want to work together, we all want to benefit together. It's a community, you know, and in order to have a community, you need to keep it controlled. You know, it's not like a signal group where I'm trying to get a load of people in and, you know, make money like that. For me, you know, it's more about controlling and having something I enjoy being in. Again, I say everything I do is something I want to enjoy, and I want to enjoy having a community with others. You know, and this is why I made it so affordable as well. Like, you're not going to find value for the same price anywhere else, and that's why it is at that price, is because, you know, I can control it, and I want to give people an opportunity. You know, but if there is more demand, then as an entry barrier, price would have to increase. It also allows me, you know, $50 is not going to do much. I can easily remove someone and refund them $50 if I don't think that they're fit for it. How big is your account now? 2% of around a bit more than 4 figures. Well, yeah, 4 figures, right? 1,000 something. Calculate that. That's 2% risk. So that means, what would 1% be? Right? And how big is that account? There you go. Can you explain why I didn't take a trade? Because I'm bullish today. Bias is bullish. I'm not selling at resistance when it's bearish. When it's bullish, sorry. Where do I find this group? It's closed. It's closed. I told you next week, end of this month, it will open. It's on my website though. Please do not join some random group, all right? Yes, all the link and everything will be shared. Don't worry, Richard. Just subbed. Appreciate you subbing. Welcome to the fam. An account of 250 with 0.05 lots mean I can risk 0.20 with 1,000? Yeah, you shouldn't have any problems. Just calculate the dollar value, right? It's based on your stop loss. If you have a 100 pip stop loss, obviously that's going to be different. Sell below 123? Yes, it does make sense below 123. But I prefer structure after we pushed so much to begin with. Can this news candle, which bullish, called an LTA? No, it's not an LTA. But now that the candles, what they're creating, are creating LTAs. Hey Harry, I wanted to ask you for your advice. Been about 4-5 this week and ended up B trades. Most of these B trades were valid because price hitting original SL. The problem is that all of those trades pushed up quickly to about 60%. The one-to-one spot TV then ended up rejecting off a zone or just a random spot. Should I continue that, and how would I play out? So first of all, 4 out of 5 are B, but they ended up hitting original stop. So you were correct to move to B. That was correct to move to B, right? Secondly, if you notice it's rejecting before your TPs, you need to maybe look at, is your entry a bit too late? Are you buying, is there entry options before where your original entries are? So share some charts. Let's have a look. You know, we can do that post Zoom, or if you just share it in the chat, and we'll have a chat about it later. After Zoom, if you want, we can discuss together. But that's the second step, is maybe your entries are too late, so you're losing the juice to get to full TP. But otherwise, sometimes DAX is an indice, so it will be like that, and you're making the right decision by keeping yourself safe. Inflation falls in a straight line. Well, it's not falling, so I don't know what the hell he's going on about. Gold might close here below. It is a risky sell option. If you get 5-minute structure below, can make sense, but not something I'm personally interested in. But yeah, it is an option, guys. If that's what your plan is, you know the setups, you know the probabilities, you know the risks. So gonna take a few images. Sure, sounds good. Will you take a trade today? If the market allows me, then why not? Don't have any issue. If my setup is there, then why not? just need a solid scalping strategy. Yeah, exactly. Don't you trade the 30-second fair value gap? Man, come on. Not trading 30-second chart here. Why don't you trade the 1-second chart? Why don't you close your eyes and press buy and sell? And whatever one goes into profit, be happy. Why do you think gold sells is risky if it closes below? Look at what all the previous daily has done. Previous daily, bullish. Previous 4 hour, bullish. Right? This could just be a retest to continue up. I do not want to show, even though it tapped resistance, I know it's a risky because you're counter trend. You can get fake outs like this, fake outs like this. Right? All of these fake outs could end up happening on the chart. Stuff like this. Close below, fake back out, fake back out. Fake out like that. You know, so you have to be careful. You just have to be careful. It's an option, but you have to be careful. It's not something I personally, it's not the way I want to trade. I'm not doing counter trend this month. If I was doing counter trend, I would take this trade, but this month I'm not. In the beginning of the month, I took one counter trend trade, ended up losing. I tried another one, also ended up. So I'm saying not really a good idea this month. Watch your stop loss video, is good. Did you have a mentor? No, I didn't have a direct mentor. I just researched, yes. Who's your broker? I see. What am I looking for a trade? Maybe a support to continue bullish. Only problem is we're at 4 hour resistance as well. It's a very tough spot here. It's a very tough spot. Gold going up, yeah, I don't want to bet against that. That's why as well, right? It's risky. Some news comes out, you're done. You know, it's just something what I rather do at the moment, right? But it only makes sense if it closes below. So you have to see if that even happens first. How many trades you take per month on average, you say? Again, it's about quality, not quantity. So these months, you know, Q4 is always slower. Q4 is always slower. I would average it to around 3 trades a week. 3 trades a week times month, 369. Yeah, like 10 trades, which is interesting because yes, day before yesterday, someone in the group said that statistics came from a funded account challenge, and they said the most consistent traders who take the most withdrawals take between 2 to 10 trades a month. And there I am at the 10 trade part. So that's how it is. Great stuff here. Do you only focus on one pair at a time? Yeah, personally, I'm a type of one pair guy, right? Have you looked into IC? I'm waiting to see if they contact me. Ever since you heard that, I've only been telling you guys for the last like 5 months, and I still tell you every single day, don't rush positions, don't rush positions. And I've learned this from experience. I used to take a lot of trades, guys. I used to take tons of trades. I can show you in the beginning how it was. You know, I used to trade USD CAD. I used to do this. I used to do this. You know? So I'm speaking, and when I really started making money is when I took less and risked more. That's the key. You know? Because when you take less, you have confidence. Confidence in this game is worth so much money. Confidence is worth much more than taking more trades with the potential to make more. Buys above 4 hour resistance. Yeah, I was actually looking at that. That's a good shout. It's just the range here is not too impressive. And look where we're buying into. I'm just not comfortable buying into all of these resistances after we've tapped it. It goes against, and one of my rules is set up 2 after the first big push here normally fails. It's a tough spot indeed. Gold sells with closure. It's possible. It's possible if it does close below. You have as a counter trend option if that's what you're looking for. But I rather see a 5-minute. But if you want to give it a shot, you could. Would you consider streaming NY Open? I do stream NY Open once a week in the group. We do have a New York live session. But my main session is a London session. That's the session I focus on. And New York is just secondary, you know. I just only have a look at it and trade it sometimes. Like Monday was an example when I traded New York because London had nothing and it was beginning of the week and it looked clean. If New York doesn't look clean and London I didn't get a trade, I just won't trade that day. I won't even bother. Like, you know, we want to create time during our day. Like, you don't want to be looking at the charts all the time. It's not healthy. You're not going to make more money like that. You know, so in reality, what you want to be doing is pick a session to have you as a main session, and the other one is just to have a look at. Whether you want to go harder in NY, then you can use, you know, London as a secondary. So do you risk more capital on one trade? No, I don't risk more capital on one trade. What I mean is instead of taking multiple trades during the day, just focus on specific trades all within your risk limit. So set a risk limit. Do I have a nipple wick on broker? Probably not. I could check. Yeah, I do have a nipple. What are you looking for to take a trade here? It's a tough spot. I wanted to pull back deeper. Support's formed. It's at a tough spot, guys. It's at a tough spot. You need to be very patient here. There's nothing to do. I'm not selling the top of the range here this early. It doesn't make sense. It's too early for that. We need, deeper pullback for setup 5, exactly. Setup 5 would come maybe all the way down here at 3, or even possibly from 155, you know, somewhere around down here. Would you go to work for a bank or hedge fund eventually? Do you plan to be a retail trader? No, I mean, hedge fund, you work as a hedge fund trader, most of them are just risk management managers. That's their job. They just manage risk in banks. That's their job. Algos do the rest. Hedge fund traders, that's kind of like, you can still, hedge fund traders are retail traders. They're just trading institutional level of money. So they have institutional accounts, but they're not market makers. Anyone except market makers are still retail traders, right? They're just trading at an institutional level in terms of funds. But the real people which you don't basically do because that's run by quant firms, is market makers. Why does it not make sense to sell here? Because bias doesn't make sense at the moment here to sell. We have previous 4-hour closing bullish. We are been going bullish since the beginning of the day. This could just be a pullback to continue up. And this is what you guys will forget. This could happen. What happened here could happen exactly here. Does this, set up 5, and then you're back up towards the upside. And everyone's like, oh, I sold, and I lost. What happened? You don't have higher time frame understanding. Sells only make sense. Below here is an option for sells. Or if we create some sort of heavy structure, if we go and fail again and then try to go down, maybe that will do it. Otherwise, too early. Do you know Raja? No, I don't. Lol, look at all these impatient people. Yeah, exactly. You can see it. You can see it. These are the signal guys. These are the guys who are just here for signals. They don't really care. And if you don't give a signal, they leave. And it's good. Where can I find your setup video? On the Discord. When you join, you have to request access to the... You're talking about the private or the public? Public, there is no setup video. In the private, there is. On the website, which you will get access to. 1K views? Yeah, we're 150 off. Not far, right? 1K views, we're not far. Less, 140, 140. Would you ever do a PAM account management? No, it doesn't make sense. Think about it. If I do a PAM account, and even with a 50% profit split, if people just invest $500 and I double their money, I only make $250 profit from doubling their money. You need like a lot of people in there. There's a setup video on YouTube? Yeah, but he's talking about setup 5, Didier. Stop asking for signal or I put you on tutor without toilet paper? No, you put them on tutor with sandpaper, brother. Let them enjoy it, sandpaper. Free no risk capital. I could get capital from a private investor, you know, if I needed that, or I could, you know, trade for something else. You know, there's better things you can do instead of a PAM. And legally, I would want to have legal something legally set up if I did a PAM or something. I would maybe, if I were to do something, I'd have a whole thing where people could invest into a fund. It would be a fund, not a PAM. Yeah, which could start as a PAM, right? So there could be options, but I'd need it all legally set up, right? Exactly, Octane. That's another thing, you know. That's why you need to have it legally set up. People don't understand and stuff like that. Right, London Open. Nothing much happening here. 1 hour close below the range. 30-minute closing bearish. Above the range. So not even, you know, just back inside. 15-minute here. Close above 182. 5-minute as well. Might come, I do expect it maybe possibly to come back and retest around where news opened here at 183.94, but probably just ranges maybe before then. You were talking about getting up and doing cardio, but what if you live in a part of a London Open is 8 a.m, so no time to work out? Wake up at 6. You have 2 hours. 20 minutes is all it takes. 20 minutes. Wake up at 6. 20 minutes. You'll be done by 6:30. Shower. Ready at the charts by 7. It's a grind. Or do some productive task and do cardio later. I recommend fitness in your regime as 100%. But do something, you know, in the morning just to get it started, a task. Do you trade full-time or also work? No, I trade full-time. Well, full-time trading is a part-time job that yields a full-time income. I don't sit here for 12 hours a day. Yeah, it is. Fasted cardio is good. Gold didn't close below, guys. Gold didn't close below. You guys are spamming gold. It's crazy, you guys. You guys are crazy. Just do what you want. Why do you have to ask me? Do what you want. I'm not going to judge. It's your decision. I'm here trading what I want to do. This is my trading, not your trading. So you can do what you want to do. Why did Gbpjpy CPI give so shit motion? It's not that bad, man. It popped up and messed us up for London. Do you pump iron? Of course. Important part of the day. If you're disciplined enough to get up and go work out, that discipline will carry over into the charts? Yes. That's what people come to me and say, Harry, I'm not disciplined. How can I get more discipline? I said, do things in your life that require discipline. Skill is not only built on the charts, it's built everywhere else. Even a simple thing as following a meal plan. Like, I follow a meal plan. Like, today I have to go for a meeting, right? That meeting lays at a time where I'm supposed to be eating. So guess what? I'm going to take a meal with me and eat it in the car. Because I need to eat at that time. I'm not going to eat later, and I'm going to have my same meal. I'm going to pack it with me, and I'm going to eat it. Why? Because of discipline. Because that's the way I want. I want to perform optimally, and food is my performance. And I want to be disciplined. So to be disciplined, I'm going to take that meal. I'm going to go through the hassle of this morning, waking up and making my meals ready so that they're ready for me to pack and take with me. That requires discipline. Marry someone, make some kids, and enjoy life. Well, you need, depends what enjoyment you consider. You have to look after that kid, make sure that kid grows up strong, intelligent, supply for them, make sure to have an income going. It's hard as a man. Pressure's on you. How many calories are you on right now? 3.6. How long until I become profitable? How long until you discipline yourself? That's facts, Claudia. That's really well put. Yeah, that's a quote, man. That's screenshot. Screenshot that. Hard as a man is the simplest way you can put it. Yeah, I mean, it's different. You know, it's also hard. There are also difficulties as women. You know, you can't discriminate like that. But you know, it's a different grind. It's two different grinds. Yeah, this is setting up to be crab market, guys. This is setting up to be crab because we're at resistance. There's nothing we can do at resistance. It's 50-50 here, you know? We're either going to reject it again or we're going to push up. This candle's just pushing back to resistance here. It's not doing much. Gold is popping up as well. This is what I mean. Not the best area to sell. Exactly. When you start learning, you lose the L. That's the other way to say it. I think that was the original quote. You don't like me? You don't like my questions? Answer me, please. Well, there you go. I just answered you. So you can stop crying. I don't even know you. How can I not like you if I don't know you? It's a little bit watching paint dry at the moment. Looks like nice setup 3 would be great if we weren't at 1 hour resistance. Then just delete the 1 hour line. You know, that might be a good idea today, Claudia. Then we could just do it. Do you always set up TP or keep an eye on close position manually? Yes, keep an eye to close position manually. I don't set TP in case we get more than my TP, so I can profit off it. Tough day. I did say tough spot we're at. Probably a no trade session if it continues like this. Until it starts getting above that weekly resistance, not much we can do. It's a good starting amount for beginners. The minimum account balance, the minimum account deposit is okay. And then risk 0.01. Do you recommend FTMO? I recommend you to be consistent and profitable, then think about that. If you are, then yeah, maybe. Those rejection wicks look like a breakdown? No, it doesn't look like a breakdown. This wouldn't indicate breakdown. This would indicate more rejection to upside. You don't have clean range to buy though, so it's tough. Do you eat pork? No, I don't eat pork. I'm consistent right now, but I want to keep trading a bit more with my small account than tried. Yeah, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. Prove to yourself that you can consistently grow that small account and then take it from there. What about the hourly close above? Yeah, if the hour did close above, I would be interested. Depending on where the 15 closed with that hourly close above. But yeah, then if the hourly close above, then I could start even trying to use 5 to get into a position. Because then we would have that huge confirmation of the 1 hour candle being able to close above. It will be doing what all of these hours couldn't do. And the last time hourly close above, we've had nice pushes. Is it a religious thing or do you just not like it? It just doesn't have a fit in my diet. I eat a diet that does not include it. Why do you trade London and not New York? I prefer it in my schedule. And it's where I've always traded it based on... one of the reasons that put me off New York is how much news there is during New York. There's a lot of news during New York. Background music name, Lo-Fi by Epidemic Sound. Why don't I use prop firm accounts? Because I have my own capital. Guys, I'll post a Q&A on my Instagram. You guys can go ask questions. Let's see what you guys ask. Make it interesting. Not trading, make it anything. Let's see what happens. I haven't done those in ages. Interested to see what happens. I'm asking this shampoo question probably. Lol, Brian. Using prop firm, that's the key to be rich. Using others' capitals, no, that's not the key to being rich. The key to being rich is leveraging capital, not using others. Leveraging. There's a big difference. I'm scared of buying from there for some reason. Yeah, I told you, it's not good, man. It's not a good area to buy. This is non-trade zone, man. Probably a non-trade day until we get out of there. Yeah, look at this. It's really a tough spot, man. Yeah, guys, price is just crabbing. It's rejecting the top of the range now. 1 hour. I need 1 hour to close above to even think of taking buys here, or deep pullbacks to continue up. Looking like a no trade range for now. News kind of pushed through the zone I wanted to trade. I wanted buys from here to here, but now that we're at the top of the range, makes it very, very, very tough. So probably just gonna wait until there's clearer options, which is totally fine. That's just part of the game. Patience is one of my biggest sources of income, and waiting for my setup. There was a great example of waiting for my setup on Monday, which then pays off. What will pay off is waiting for your trade, right? And remember, part of being a trader is the ability to know when not to trade. So learn that skill and you will be more profitable. So I appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. Pleasure as always. Hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Take care. Trade sharp. That being said, peace.